Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hey Batch, Couch Potato Queens, live after the Bachelor. And baby, it's hometowns tonight.
And we're
Jen,
hometown tonight.
how are you feeling about the hometowns?
I'm feeling okay. I liked them all, actually. I felt like 3 of them were really easygoing. There was one that had some drama, so I feel like I have a clear love connection tonight. I don't know how you're
Yeah.
feeling. Okay, cool.
For me, I'm like, I like there's someone I want to win and someone who I'm like they're going to win.
Really, I don't have a going to win yet, but I have a want to win now. And I
Yeah.
think this is the
Should we
first
just
time I've
say
had
it? Let's
want
say it
to.
on the count of 3. Ready?
Or want to win?
Yeah, I want to win.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Rachel.
Rachel. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
But I still kind of think Susie's gonna be our winner.
You think Susie's the going to be?
Yeah.
I'm up in the air with. I mean, I could see it going anyway right now. I don't think he's going to pick Rachel. I think that she's a little too good for him,
I agree.
but I think that would be like the smart choice.
Yeah, and like it seems like the dad had like a breakthrough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if someone's like boomer father's having a breakthrough, like just pick that one,
Just
okay?
go
Just
with it.
let that boomer dad have his breakthrough, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Come on. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of these hometowns are really boring. Not a lot stood out to me.
They
A
were
lot of
all
really
sweet.
like manufactured moments that a lot of that.
Yeah, like where did the hot tub in the middle of the woods in Denver come?
Yeah.
Like where'd
Yes,
that come from?
we are separate again.
We're in our hometowns tonight.
Yeah, we're in our hometowns, our
Yeah,
homes.
yeah.
Our homes for hometowns.
That's why we did that.
That's why. Not because of like scheduling and stuff.
No.
No scheduling conflicts.
Oh my God, before this, Alex, I was sorting through like 200 doorknobs and hinges and lock sets.
Oh my God.
This is what I was doing. I was literally in a bedroom full of just that stuff, and I had a table, and I just went to sorting.
You need to send me photos when you do stuff like that because
I
that
almost
sounds like
did.
unbelievable. You
Oh
know
my
what I
God, I
mean?
almost did. And I almost like posted it on the Couch Potato Queens. Like, join Kendra after she sorts through these 200 doorknobs tonight.
Oh, please do. Please just always post that.
I will be back.
I never watched Love Actually outside of Christmas time until tonight. Exactly. That little like Love Actually moment with the dad was like so awkward. Like you could tell that
It
dad had
was.
no idea what was on those signs.
No, that was so awkward. Paris was like, Bob Dylan made a music video like that once, so he thought that's what they were doing, and I was like, oh
No,
no.
this is Love Actually, but with a dad.
Why didn't? Well, apparently Bob Dylan did it too.
Work.
Why didn't they just talk?
I know. Like put on a fucking mask.
Like, or I mean, like just raise your voice a little bit.
Hey, I remember when the pandemic was real bad, like me and you would be like, "Hi."
Yeah, like just be like, "Hey, Dad." I mean, it looks like they probably cut out a lot of it because at one point she was at the end of the driveway and Clayton was actually outside.
Yeah.
And for a minute, I didn't think Clayton was ever gonna come out.
I'm like, "Why doesn't he come out?"
Yeah, she's like, "I wish you could meet Clayton," and I'm like, "He's right there."
It's like, "Hello. Hello."
Like
That's
what? Like they could have went from where she was waving and they were leaving in the car. Like she was at the end of the driveway. They could have had a conversation without having to speak too loudly.
100%. It was so weird, and you could tell that it like didn't register to Gabby that she couldn't go up to her dad.
The
Like,
nurse.
did you see that? Like
Yeah.
like he like put the signs down and then she started to like walk down and he had to like really quickly get into his car.
No, I didn't notice that. I don't think that's what was happening. I think that she was probably going to the driveway while he was getting in the
I
car.
think production had to be like, Gabby, you can't go over there. Gabby, stop. No.
I'll
No,
give her some credit.
Gabby, he can't come inside. No. Yeah, no, the families were actually very nice tonight. There's normally, like, a couple families where you're just like, "This is awkward or weird," but, like, all the families seemed really nice.
They all seem fine, yeah. I mean, I prefer the awkward and weird ones,
Same.
but
That's why the episode was lame because there was, like,
yeah.
no real conflict at
Yeah,
all.
they all seem to get along well, and I think that's why I am kind of conflicted with the final 3 about what's gonna happen here. I can see why he
Yeah.
has sex with all of them.
Yeah, because he thinks that it's fine.
Yeah,
You know? He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I love everybody, so guess I'll just put my peen in everybody."
That's
Guess
how I
I'll
love.
guess I'll just be slanging mad peen everywhere.
Oh gosh.
So what she said was that her dad's girlfriend had just been diagnosed with cancer, so
Mhm.
he could not be around everybody because they were quarantining
Right.
because the
She's
stepmom or
immune.
the girlfriend was immune compromised.
Yes.
So that's what happened with Gabby's dad.
Yes.
And yes, I said peen.
Haven't heard of that, Bean.
Peen. That's what I said. And I'd say it again, slanging peen.
So let's see. What did you notice that Clayton tonight mentioned? I think on every date that he was so glad he didn't have to plan anything.
I'm like, "Girl, you didn't plan any of
That's
this."
what I kept thinking. I was like, this is production, honey. You really think that these women hold you accountable for these dates? Like, really?
Wow, Clayton is buying me Louboutins.
And really, what I kept thinking, yeah, seriously, I kept thinking that he would seems like a partner who would just be really easy to please. Like, I'm gonna take you out for ice cream, and he'd be like, oh, okay.
I honestly can't believe that you thought about how much I like to eat ice cream. Like, when I was a kid, I would eat ice cream,
I would
and
love to do that with you.
you thought to take me to get ice cream. So,
Wow.
wow.
I think I made the right choice.
Literally, like, everything that happens in Clayton's life, he just, immediately feels like is being affirmed by the universe because he's a golden
Seriously.
retriever.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh, hearing his face when he hears a woman tell him that they are falling in love with him is I like it makes me smile. I have never seen anyone happier in this world.
It almost looks, like, scary because his
I know.
eyes, like, don't blink, and he's like, his eyes start to, like
He looks like he's gonna cry every time.
he looks crazy.
Like, what do you think he's like when if you just like lived with him and like we're like, hey babe, love you? Do you think like he would get that excited every time?
I love you too.
He like cries, which is sweet, but like I've never seen someone be so emotional with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Serene's brother, according to Twitter, he's the hot topic of the night, him and Gabby's grandfather.
I love Gabby's grandfather. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
icon legend Gabby's grandfather.
He was a treat.
But yeah, Serene's brother was cute.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
So speaking of Serene, how are you feeling about it?
I'm glad that she got away.
Yeah, me too.
She deserves better.
Yeah, I agree. How do you feel about her saying that she loves him though, and then
I
he
kind of
is
feel like she felt pressured to.
you think so?
I bet the other girls in the house were like, I told Clayton I'm falling in love with him, and she was feeling like, if I don't, I'm gonna go home.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, like their connection seems genuine and real, but it didn't seem like as like deep, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, just because they're not a good match.
Yeah.
I think because I don't think that they can like really relate.
Yeah. I don't know if she really loved him,
Yeah.
but I don't know if she was pressured by people. I don't know if I would see that.
I don't think anyone was like, "Oh, you have to
Well,
do it."
no, I don't mean
Yeah.
that either, but I don't mean like I don't know if she would be pressured by someone else.
Yeah, I think she might have just like gotten in her head about it, you know,
Yeah.
and let like the nerves or whatever like dictate what she was saying.
Yeah, or like built it up to be more than it was because it would be scary for this to be nothing at the end.
Yeah, very that.
It could be like a defense mechanism.
Yeah. I feel like Susie had the most boring date out of all of
I
them. Like
agree. I'm sitting here trying to think of what they did.
they did martial arts and they were shrimping.
That's right. That's right. I mean, martial, that would have been kind of cool because it's like a contact sport. It's,
Yeah.
but
It was, like that's a cool thing. We didn't know that about her, that she did
yeah.
jujitsu, I think was what they were doing.
Yeah, I had
Um
no idea. Or that she had
no.
been to Japan.
And she's a blue belt.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's high on the belt chart,
Higher than my belt.
but it's not a white belt, which is the first one. And then I think yellow belt is second.
I think yellow belt is second.
Because I remember.
Will someone look this up for us?
Yeah, I remember that the karate school that I would drive by that would practice outside, you'd only see the children. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Across from or by Crispelli's.
Yes, right by Crispelli's and by the Weird Jesus Church. Yep. It's a big giant church that has a huge stone Jesus. It's very scary to me. Yeah, we're karate experts now because we drove by this one karate school for children. But the children would only ever have white belts and yellow belts. So I'm like, that has to be level 1 and level 2.
Must be, because children cannot be good.
Like a beginner class, okay? Like these kids were like not doing well. They were like outside on a Tuesday in like 90 degrees, like doing this and it just like that, like this, and like it didn't look like anything, okay?
Yeah, because you don't do that. You go like that.
They were doing it all.
Yeah.
They were roundhouse kicking. They were just doing whatever they wanted.
Sounds like beginners.
Weird Jesus Church.
Why?
You'd have to see this church. It's like this.
It's on the corner right next to a gas station and an IHOP, but it has like this incredibly fancy giant Jesus statue on the front.
Like the whole front of the church is just like a stone carved Jesus on the cross, and it's like it's huge.
Yeah.
Like it is like larger than life, and we live in a very like plateaued area. So
yeah, it's funny. It's like a weird strip mall intersection, and there's this giant church,
like ornate, like out of nowhere. It's just
Are you afraid of that one?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah, because famously afraid of statues. Don't like that church.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, not a fan. But yeah, Susie's date was boring. Her family seemed fine.
Yeah, her family seemed to like them. I thought that their families vibed, or him and their family vibed the best. You know, those words. I think Clayton fit in with that family the best.
I feel like that IHOP has to be popping after church on Sunday.
Hell yeah. It definitely is.
That is like the place to go.
Yes. 100%.
It's gotta be.
I think there's other breakfast places in that same complex and they don't last.
No, because they're competing with the original House of Pancakes.
Right.
Okay? Come on. Or the international
I was
House
gonna say,
of Pancakes.
It's not the original House of Pancakes.
That's slightly down the road.
And much better, mind you.
We travel the world. We're talking about pancakes tonight.
Now I want pancakes.
I had a waffle today. I DoorDashed a waffle to my house.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh, I DoorDashed chicken and waffles to my house.
Oh, okay. That's a little different.
Yeah.
Nice. We DoorDashed drunken noodles and crab rangoon.
Oh, I love crab rangoon.
Yeah.
Where do you like to get crab rangoon from?
We got Sai Tai.
Oh, work. We love Sai Tai.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that's always the place to go.
Yeah, that is the place. Ooh. I also like Thai Phi.
Oh, I like Thai Phi too.
Yeah.
That place is right by my house.
Oh, work.
Look
yeah.
who it is.
Oh my God.
Say hi, Car.
That's Car.
This is Car.
Hello, Car. There she is, Miss America.
You want to talk?
Car, who do you think is going to be the winner of The Bachelor this season? Who will Clayton end up picking?
Who do you think?
Acknowledge somehow if you think it's going to be Susie. Rachel?
She chirped.
She chirped?
Yes.
We got to chirp. It's going to be Rachel. You heard it here first from Car themselves.
Hi, baby girl.
Yes,
All
Car
right,
is
I'll let you
cutie
go.
pie.
Thanks for joining. Special guest.
The special guest, Car. Yeah, Thai food is number 1. Indian food is
Mm.
number 2. I love
I love
Indian food.
I don't eat Indian food enough.
Um,
Forget about it.
hello, Jada.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Indian food around here.
There is. I know. I just forget about it.
I know.
I used
It's
to.
always I always like forget that I can order it, and it's
I
like
know.
just as good at like delivery food as like Thai food.
I know.
You
Same.
know?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because it's on its own category.
Yes, Ken's cats both chirp. They don't really meow. They're not meowers.
No, they do. They do meow too. You just don't hear it.
But they're
They make
more
all
so
kinds of
chirpers.
noise.
They chirp all the time.
Yes. Car chirps a lot, and she does that thing.
Come
Mhm.
on, Thai food.
Come on, Thai food.
Let's get spicy.
Hey, how was the Couch Potato Queen's Korean hot pot date?
Oh my god, it was Korean barbecue.
Oh,
And it was excellent. Yeah.
gross.
We should
I'm
have posted
glad I
that
didn't go now.
on you don't like Korean barbecue?
No, I do.
Oh, I'm
I
like,
thought it was hot pot. That's more exciting.
yeah, no, it was Korean barbecue. But yeah, me, Josh, Sam, and Alec all went to Korean barbecue on Sunday. It was excellent. Ken was invited but did not attend.
I was studying.
Fine.
I'm smart.
Yes, it was a blast. We ate lots of
Actually,
food.
I ended up going to Bobcat Bonnie's probably around the same time you went for
You fucking asshole.
you went for Korean food.
You fucking asshole.
But it was after a really long day of taking care of all my plants and studying and cleaning the house. I mopped the floors.
The Korean
And
barbecue is like it's meal and work, you know?
yeah,
Like
and I went there for an hour and I had a beer and I read my book.
work. That's fine. Ken was studying, wink wink. Exactly.
AKA
Studying
taking care
at
of plants.
Bobcat Bonnie's.
No, I took my true crime book to Bobcat Bonnie's. That was not a study time. I rewarded myself.
You're like, I deserve this.
Yep.
I love that energy for you. You do deserve that.
That's my energy every day.
You take that time. I stayed out way too late last night.
You did?
Yeah, it was
What did you do?
embarrassing. I was out until like 1:30 in the morning.
Doing what?
We had a party at the theater.
Oh,
And I'm like, yeah, it was a staff party at the theater. And I was
yeah.
like, oh, I'm only gonna stay for a couple hours. Girl, I was there till 1:30, like a moron.
What were you doing?
Hanging out, playing beer pong.
Who are you?
Dude, I don't even know. I think
I
I'm
love
having a
a fair
midlife
game of beer pong.
crisis.
I
Like,
didn't know that you would play these games.
do I look like I play beer pong? No. I mean, right now, kind of.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I have on my Letterman
You
sweater.
wear a Letterman sweater and a Carhartt hat. You definitely look like you play beer pong.
Yeah, never mind. Don't answer that.
Do I look like I played beer pong dressed
Do I
as a frat
Like I
boy?
play beer pong. I'm just wearing a Letterman sweater buttoned to the neck.
You're really proud of it.
Go off me.
Go
Work.
off me.
Okay. Oh, work.
Oh, you're funny.
Well, Susie's date was lame. Her family
Yeah.
was fine. Our second date was Gabby.
Which actually, I could not find this post again. I didn't dig that deep though. But Gabby's date was actually last. Hers was shot last.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, I thought that was interesting to know too, because I remember saying, poor Gabby, he's going to be so tired. But they had a good date.
Yeah, they did. It seemed like they had a good time. They
went
I
hiking.
forget what their activity was.
We went hiking.
Oh, cute, yeah.
He got him a backpack and boots and socks.
Clayton has to be exhausted by the end of all of this. He's,
That's
like,
what I'm saying, like,
flying
that's
all
his
around the
last date
country.
too. It was seriously so it was I think it was Susie first, and it was, like, November 2nd or something, and then November 4th was, I think, Rachel in Florida, so Virginia, Florida, and then I think Serene was 3rd on November 6th, and then where was Serene again?
New Hampshire?
I
I feel like it's a really random state.
no state stands out more than the other for me right now.
No,
Wherever Serene was.
I
Oklahoma, maybe?
I bear in mind, I pulled New Hampshire out of thin air.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
think it was New Hampshire. I think it was more because I remember I talked to Paris about it and I'm like picturing like this on a map and I feel it was all like kind of in that area.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
But
we could look it up.
yeah, Virginia, Florida, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Thank you, Jada.
Oklahoma. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Thank you, BB, for
I'm just like, it's
confirming.
some state I've never been to.
Right, same. And then Denver, Colorado after that.
Work.
And it
Yeah.
was 1 day in between each.
That's so fucking much.
Virginia, Florida, Oklahoma, Colorado.
Oh,
1 day
yeah,
in
they
between
did.
each.
They had Southern accents. You're right.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's so much. And he was doing like physical stuff. Like
Yeah.
all of these dates were very physical. The first one was karate, then hiking.
Then kayaking.
Yeah, then
Second place.
kayaking, and then a ropes course.
And then hiking. Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking much. He's like, "Can we just take a break?"
Seriously, like when he got to that hot tub at the top of that mountain with Gabby, he was probably
Ugh. People like, "Oh, thank God."
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that was not, I don't know how I couldn't do it. I'm not a traveler. Like I want to see the world, but I'm
But
not a
I'm so
traveler.
sleepy.
Yeah, I'm a bad traveler. Paris
I'm
and I
a
were just
sleepy
talking about
lady.
that. Like, how am I going to be on a plane for like 4 hours? I'm gonna
Absolutely not.
die.
Oh, yeah, he was a pro football player. He could handle it.
Oh,
What
that's true.
was he like, would you say he was a pro football player? Like, was he though?
I mean, if he was on a team, I would say he was. It takes a lot of work just to get drafted.
Work. I don't
Yeah.
know how that I feel like everybody is somehow a pro football player. Like, everyone on TV used to be a pro football player,
Oh, yes, that is true.
you know?
They are big teams.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, how many I don't know anything about sports, so I'm just like, how many people are on these teams?
I don't know the number, but they're large. Like they're not like Brent's hockey team. They're like the opposite, like the other team. We went to a hockey game once and our friend's team had like 5 guys on it and the other team had like 40 guys on it.
And it was just like a local, like
Yeah,
beer
it
league.
looked really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, Jesse Palmer, pro football player.
Yep.
There
See?
we go. See, every man on television was once
Every
a pro
man.
football player.
Every
Chris
man.
Kattan from Big Brother and SNL, pro
Yep.
football player. Everyone knows.
Lamar Odom was just on television and he was a pro basketball player. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, they're the same sport.
Yeah. The balls are the same color.
Chris Kattan also definitely not.
Yeah, who's that?
A very weird comedian who's 100% never played football in his life.
Okay. Probably wanted to when he was a kid though, and those kids beat him up.
Yeah, big bad energy. But yeah, Serene, we see Serene's date next.
Yes.
And it's fine. They do that ropes course. He seems terrified.
So terrified.
I'm like, girl, you're on a harness.
That's what I kept saying too. I kept saying, I was like, I am not afraid of heights if I am on a harness. And it's the harness specifically. If I am in a harness, put me anywhere.
Exactly.
I'll do anything. I am like unstoppable if I am wearing a harness.
I'm like, my trust for a harness
It's
is
out of this world.
is irresponsible how much I
Yes.
will trust a harness.
Yes.
A harness I
would
don't know who set it up. Like,
I
I'm
could
like,
wanna
"Mark."
be in a harness, and it wouldn't even be hooked to anything, and I'd feel comfortable.
I'd be like, "Oh, I'm strapped in."
Yeah. I actually know how to hook up a harness really well because at the Bible camp that I went to and worked at and lived at, there was a high ropes course. And that is what me and the youth pastor like to do. So we did a lot of the harnessing. So I can like strap you in a harness real quick.
And you could probably tell if that was a good harness or not. Like if
Oh,
it was safe.
100%. I'd be like, faulty,
You'd be like,
positive,
"No, no, 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 no.
not that harness,
Absolutely
this
not."
harness.
But Clayton was acting like he was about to fucking die on this ropes
Yeah,
course.
he was terrified. And then Serene's like,
Yes, you heard right. Bible camp.
Baptist Bible camp.
You heard it here first.
We have some
Ken's first
serious
job.
jobs. A lot of Jesus in this episode.
Oh, I know. We should rename this episode.
Yeah, we probably should. The Jesus episode.
We posted it online, Nunya. We're doing it tonight instead of tomorrow because
Yeah.
I'm busy tomorrow.
Yeah, and I forgot.
Hello.
Hi, Nanya.
Yeah. Yeah, he seemed like he was like thinking he was gonna die in that ropes course. And then she's like, "There's only one way down." I'm like, "Girl, there's a crash pad. You're fine."
I know. And I loved it when he was like, I'm holding on to this like my life depends on it. And it's because it does. And I was like, no, it literally does not.
You're
You
probably
can
like
let
causing
go.
more damage by like holding like yourself up like
You
this.
are doing more damage. Don't touch that. And they told him that. I know they did when they gave him the safety training before he went up there.
They're like, don't do that. And he's like,
Do not hang on to this. It's unsafe.
the amount of anxiety that Clayton had on that ropes course was just like
I loved it.
Yeah, a lot.
They did not really seem to have a connection up there though.
No, it more just seemed like friends. Like it was big friend energy.
Yeah, I agree. And there's even some like when he was freaking out, there was no like they weren't talking to each other. Like it wasn't like it's okay, Clayton, you can do it, or like there wasn't even like they weren't even making fun of each other.
No,
Yeah.
they're just like, I'm on the ropes course.
They were both just like on the ropes course. Like he's freaking out that he's gonna die, and she's just over there like filing her nails.
Exactly.
Waiting her turn.
My cool plans are actually that I have rehearsal for a play, so it's
That is
more
cool.
so work than it is fun plans.
Still cool.
It is fun though, and it is cool, but not
I
going
don't have
out.
any plans. Actually, tomorrow's my study night.
Ooh.
So maybe I'll reward myself after study night because I won't have to do this.
Also, my rehearsal might get canceled now because the venue's heat is out. So
so maybe we could do this again tomorrow night.
yeah, maybe we'll just go live tomorrow too.
Yeah, maybe as well. I'll tell you about this all over again.
Yeah, we'll just talk about The Bachelor again tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, in case you have any new thoughts.
Yeah, in
We'll
case we
sleep
sleep
on
on it. Yeah. I wake up in the middle of the night like, Serene's brother is going to be the next Bachelor. Another Ken study night.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love to see it. Yeah, so then we get after Serene's, I mean, her family seemed cool. Like the brother was very protective, which I liked. They seemed to have a really good relationship, Serene and the brother.
Yeah, I agree. They seemed, the family was cool. They had some concerns, but overall they weren't they didn't get too personal, I feel like.
No, they were just like, cool, as long as you're happy, we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel it there, but she did say that she loved him.
Yeah. Which again felt weird coming after this date.
Yeah, I could see that. I was thinking that like maybe she was just feeling really comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, she did have that moment where she like explained like her like the jar and like her cousin, that stuff, and Clayton is like thoughtful, I guess, in that way or whatever. But I don't know. It
Yeah.
just didn't really seem like they connected on their date during the day.
I agree. I
Yeah,
100%
Serene will do
agree.
well on Paradise.
Yes. Or would
Yeah.
you think she could be the next Bachelorette?
No, I don't think so.
I don't really think so either.
No, I don't think that we're gonna have any of the women from this season be the Bachelorette.
I don't see it either. I think it's going to be someone new.
Like a random woman,
Yeah.
like how they did Matt James.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Introduce some new people to this franchise.
Maybe.
I feel
Yeah,
like
we don't really have any like women faves right now. It might be Teddy. People really like Teddy.
people are really looking forward to seeing her on Paradise, though.
Yeah.
I
Who would
think
you
she's
match
too
Serene
young.
with on Paradise? Huh. Let's think. We watched 2 seasons of Bachelorette.
I'm trying to think of who guys are that would be on Paradise.
She needs someone who's like more intelligent, which is,
I agree.
yeah.
Bennett.
Bennett. Ivy League. Um Yeah, I don't know because there's not like a lot of guys that I think are like good enough for her in the franchise. You
What if
know,
her and Rodney got together?
no, I think Rodney is too like silly and too like
You think so?
yeah, I don't think that
You
he's
don't think
like
she might like that because it's different?
I was thinking like that was the only person that came to mind honestly, but then I was like, no, but he doesn't really seem like they could like talk about a book together.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think Rodney probably like writes poetry.
work.
I I
I
see him having like a more
I was gonna say
mature side.
Justin.
You're gonna say what?
Justin.
Who?
Painter Justin.
Oh, he's weird.
Or
I've
single
never liked him.
dad who was way too good for Katie Thurston.
Oh, Michael,
Michael.
that would be cute.
I think that Michael might be the moment.
That'd be cute.
But I
He's
don't think
never gonna be on Paradise.
he's not gonna go to fucking Paradise.
Never.
But no, I hope that he washes his hands of the Bachelor Nation entirely.
Yeah, me too. I think he has. He seems to be pretty quiet.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Serene, it's well, she'll be back for sure, but I don't know if she's the Bachelorette.
I don't know though, maybe not because she went through this while she was grieving. Like she's still grieving from loss. And now she just had like this whole Bachelor experience in Clayton. Like
Yeah.
she thinks she fell in love with Clayton.
Uh-huh.
So I think if this could potentially turn her off to the franchise.
I could see it. I could see her being like legitimately heartbroken.
Yeah. But I could also sort of see her on Paradise.
Oh, I guess that Michael might be dating the host of The Talk.
Oh, I don't know who she is.
Yeah. This person.
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
No idea. But I believe you.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe you, Bean.
Cool.
Um,
So then we
get Gabby's date.
we get Rachel.
No, Rachel's is last.
Yeah, we already talked about Gabby.
We didn't
They
go
went
like
hiking.
into it though.
Oh, okay.
Because I really want to talk about the grandfather more.
Oh, okay, go for it.
When the grandfather says, I will haunt you.
And she says, I hope so.
I know. I was like, oh my God, this fucking man. And then he was like, yeah, Gabby's always been a little bit of a dingbat.
And when she asked him, what do you think of Clayton? And he's like, well, I don't know. I think he's full of shit. How can anyone like you so much?
I'm like, this fucking guy is an icon.
Oh my gosh, it was great. I loved him.
I'm starting to like, oh yeah, the big spider. We will get to that big spider, Jada.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get there.
I was thinking of you, Ken, when that popped up.
I was terrified.
Hi, Sophie. But yeah, I was like, this man, like, makes so much sense for somebody to be related to Gabby.
Yes.
I
I
love that he knows that she's a dingbat, and the whole family kinda knows she's a dingbat.
I, like, really actually started liking Gabby after this episode. After seeing her with her family, it made me understand her a little bit better.
Yeah.
I
I'm like,
still
"Oh,
made fun of her voice the entire
yeah."
episode, but
I'm like, "Oh, you are an actual person."
yes, exactly. It made her a real person. We also
Mhm.
learned that not only is she a nurse, but she was actually an NFL cheerleader
Yeah.
for a long time,
Yeah, we
which
knew that. They said that episode 1.
oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's not her title that they give her.
That's not her title.
They give her nurse.
I I'm shocked that she was able to pass her boards to be a nurse.
She had a study night. She's
She had a study night,
the
wink,
one
wink.
with study nights.
I'm, like, not trying to just, like, read this woman. She's a dingbat.
She's a dingbat. You said it, not me.
Her grandfather said it, not me.
This is
Uh,
true. Yeah, it
I'm
was.
sorry.
It
Yeah,
was
I know.
mean.
It was. Ugh. You live in Florida and it's a lot better than Detroit. Girl, have you ever been to Detroit?
I don't know. I have no desire to go to Florida, and I have been there.
I've been to Florida and
Sorry.
it's too hot and there's too many alligators.
And it's muggy, and it's just like people are in too little clothes that I
I
don't
do
want to
like
see.
Disney. I like Disney World though.
I like Disney World too, but I'd wish it wasn't in Florida. I wish it was like in somewhere with much better climate.
I would be thrilled if Gabby was my nurse. I also, for my profession, I had to take a state board,
That's
and
what I'm
I
studying
failed my
for.
state board the first time. So I'm shocked. So that's why I'm shocked because I failed mine.
Yes.
Okay.
These are things that we study for.
So y'all, I was not just being shady. I know how hard these tests are.
But that's not being shady saying she's not capable of it.
I mean, she's clearly is. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
I believe in her. She's just a dingbat. Quote her grandfather.
She's a dingbat.
Uh,
I love it.
I'll tell anybody about how I failed my boards the first time. I'll yell that from the mountaintops.
Yeah, I'm praying to God I don't.
Yeah, no, it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I don't want to do it again.
You will not fail your boards. I failed my boards because my board test was the first time that I'm a massage therapist, that the state boards were in Michigan, so it was the first time the test ever happened, and I failed by 1 point.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
because
didn't know
the test
that.
kept generating questions about something I didn't know about that's not required to be part of the Michigan curriculum.
Well, apparently it is.
It wasn't because they took it off the test in the following years.
Well, this year it was. That year it was.
That year it was.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone believes in you.
Thank
You're
you, Nanya.
going to pass your test.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
BB doesn't. They don't think I study.
No, wink, wink. But yeah, so Gabby's day, we get our Love Actually moment with her father.
Weird.
Wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, that was very weird. She does finally say she's falling in love with him, and I honestly
Mhm.
believe that she just like needed her time to say it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this felt real. I like
Yeah.
that his response was, "There it is. I've been waiting for that." Like he knew it too.
Yeah, like that seemed like they had a genuine connection.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see them I think it's going to be Gabby and Susie in final two. The only reason why Gabby wouldn't be final two or why she wouldn't win is because he's deciding that the other women have opened up to him more and it would just be more fair to the other women because they all had the same amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
But that's not a way to make that decision.
Yeah. No,
Just
I mean,
don't
it does
propose
seem
to
like
Gabby and date her a longer time.
it does seem like there's going to be some big drama next episode. So who knows? It seems like the trajectory of these relationships are kind of going to be tossed on their head.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. We may have very different opinions after next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our final date is with Rachel. They go in the canoe
The
and we have
kayak.
our big scary spider.
That was terrifying.
I'm like, who okayed this?
That was
Like,
terrifying.
who was like, oh yeah, there's like literal alligators here. Like, there's a giant, like, tarantula looking motherfucker.
I know.
Like, hard pass, okay?
I know. I couldn't.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God,
women
I
tell
couldn't. It was so
all
gross.
looks
And
excellent.
then they got out of the freaking kayak and sat on a tree. Do you know what
I'm
else
like-
are on trees?
I was like, get back in the boat. There could
Spiders.
be an alligator.
Oh my God. Just a spider. At least you
That's
can
where the
see
spider
alligator
lives.
a little bit better.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider.
Sat down beside her.
Frightened Miss Muffet away. Everyone knows.
Into the water with alligators.
You go. Come on.
No. That
Hard
would have
pass.
ruined the trip for me. And I know that because I have been kayaking multiple times where a large spider has ruined the trip for me because I can no longer feel comfortable in my kayak.
I've never eaten frog legs.
I haven't either, but I was actually talking about that to someone recently and I was like, I
Me
need to eat
too.
frog legs.
I went to dinner with my mom and there's frog legs on the menu. And I was like, oh, Mom, there's frog legs. And she's like, I love frogs too much. Don't order those. I can't look at those.
So your mom.
My vegetarian mom. My pescatarian mom.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but are they good? Let us know. We
I
don't
think
know.
they taste like chicken, right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they're just like kind of like tough, I think. But
Is there bones in them?
No, I don't think so.
So how do they move? There's no bones in them?
I don't really know how amphibians and reptiles work,
Can
Alex. Ask
Frogs
your
have
boyfriend.
bones in
That's
their
like
legs.
that's his whole thing.
What?
I said, ask your boyfriend. Amphibians and reptiles are like
Yeah,
his thing.
he's not home. If he was home, I could just ask him and he
How do you
would
not know this? Actually, doesn't he talk about this all the time?
Yeah, he does. You're right. Honestly, he should be home any minute. If he just walks into the house, we will ask him if frogs' legs have
Thank you.
bones. Is that him pulling up?
And actually, speaking of which, I was just talking to him about Gatorland in Florida the other day.
Yeah. The amount of times that my boyfriend talks about Gatorland in Florida is like astronomical.
Yeah, I sent him are you familiar with the Pretty Cool Hotel Tour?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's this Instagram couple that like does hotel tours and really cool like retro hotels, right? Like actually old theme hotels. And they like a lot of like heart-shaped hot tubs and things like that. But so they went to Gatorland and I sent that story to him and he was like, I'm waiting on a shirt from them right now. And I was like, wait, a Pretty Cool Hotel or Gatorland?
Obviously Gatorland.
Gatorland. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Like
no, he's waiting on a few shirts from various reptariums around the world.
I love that.
Yeah, that if anyone was curious about my partner's interests, it's
sorry
reptiles.
on the internet.
It's reptiles, y'all. That's it. I promise. He's like cool, I guess, but
He is. You have a reptile in your house.
We only have one reptile in the house. So
yeah, just one.
Just
it's
one.
Not like one of those weird reptile houses.
No, we're not those people. I was more that before I met Adam.
I know you were. You're both reptile people.
I know. I had 6 snakes once in my life.
Yeah.
I guess they're not good. I ate frog legs and they were okay, but then I vomited in public.
I'm sorry for the public part.
Yeah, but B-Bean liked the frog legs.
And they do have bones.
They do have bones.
So do you eat around the bones like a chicken leg?
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to.
Okay.
Or
How
do they
much meat
take
is on it? They're small, aren't they?
I feel like yeah, I'm really confused on how you eat these. Yes, Alex, spill his secrets. He did. He told y'all about my river dance. My river dance past.
This is true.
That is true. That is true.
Snakes and river dance.
That there we are, match made in hell.
I love it.
Okay, but let's talk about Rachel's dad.
Yeah, Rachel.
So Rachel's date's fine. They get out of the fucking swamp, bog, marsh, whatever they were in. God, Adam would have loved that date. It was literally in a bog.
I would love it if I didn't see that spider.
Oh, I know.
As soon as I'd seen that spider, I could not.
No, I'm like, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
And Clayton seemed uncomfortable too, low-key.
Yeah.
And so did she.
Clayton low-key is afraid of a lot of things.
Oh, he's terrified constantly.
Yeah.
Rachel's dad was really nice. I loved Rachel's dad. I thought that was like, because I have a big Italian family. Like, I've seen like this toxic dad. Like, my dad's not like that, but I've seen like that type of, toxic Italian dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fully anticipating that, but he was like very well adjusted emotionally and like.
Yeah, I think that he was kind of putting up a front with the tough guy thing. I mean, his like opening line when he like to the camera when he was gonna go talk to Clayton was the last boyfriend Rachel had. He did something and I asked her if she wanted me to beat him up. So, like, everyone says that. Come on,
Yeah.
you're being a dad. Like,
no, I thought it was. I liked too that he ended up not giving his blessing.
He did.
He never like said it. He said, "I'll pat you on the shoulder if you have like my approval," but he never said you have my blessing to marry my daughter.
Well, no, that was the blessing. That's what I thought. I thought that's what Clayton said. That like he needed to talk to Rachel first before he could give a blessing or approval. And so after he did that, he would pat him on the shoulder if he.
Yeah.
That's
to me, it kind of seemed like it was like halfway. Like, yes, like you're a good guy.
Yeah.
But you don't have my blessing yet.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I could see being more halfway. Where
like you are approved.
Yeah.
For
you're
now.
Approved, but I still don't know you.
Yeah, like that seemed like the energy because he was like, "I'll shake your hand and pat you on the shoulder." How about that?
Yeah, pat you on the shoulder.
How about that?
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know though. I think that he was kind of. I don't know. I think he was he's emotionally afraid of this, but he's not that tough.
Yeah,
and I think that he's probably not that upset with this match as he's playing it to be.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell he was trying so hard to hold back tears to not cry on TV.
He was crying in the beginning, like when they were cheersing.
I feel like there's a thing with straight men where they feel like they're allowed to cry when they're cheersing. Like straight men are allowed to cry when like a sports team they like wins and when they're like in a toast and that's it.
And like if they have a daughter born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a son though.
Not
if
a
their
son.
son's born, they cannot cry. Then it's gay.
Yes.
If a dad cries when his son's born, it's too homoerotic. You can't do it.
I can't take it. I can't take it.
Oh my god. Straight men are so fragile. Oh my god. But no, it did seem like he was trying to hold back tears while he was like talking to his daughter and trying not to cry, which was very cute and sweet. Yeah. And I did really like when he said, "I can't give you my approval because I have not talked to my daughter." And I'm like, work, you're not just speaking for her. And that's a thing that's very prevalent with like big Italian families is these dads thinking that,
it is up to them sort of. Yeah.
Like they can, it's up to give their daughters like a prize or something. And,
Yeah.
At least.
I thought, why didn't you talk to her first then?
Yeah. Production was like, we're getting you in there now. You're talking to this dad now.
It's like if your response to him is going to be, I can't really say anything about you or her until I talk to her. I'd be like, Why are we talking? Go talk to her then so we can
Then
have
talk
a
to her first.
conversation, please.
Bet. Um, I do want to bring this up though, is the dad said, well, can you tell me anything about her actually? And all Clayton said was, well, I know she's studying to be a pilot and, like she really loves it and wants to be a pilot. And
Mhm.
like, that's a big part of her life is wanting to be a pilot. I'm like, so you're just saying the one thing you know about her over and over again.
The one thing that we know about her too.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, yeah, Clayton really doesn't know anything about her because
Yeah.
he couldn't say anything other than that.
And that could also just be the cut too.
It kind of seemed like that was the sentence
You think so?
because the dad started talking like immediately. Like
Okay.
you know what I mean? It didn't
Yeah.
cut or they showed the conversation.
Yeah. That's
I'm
true.
like, that's what you're saying?
Yeah. And he did say that it's like it's obvious that we have a connection because we're so physically attracted to each other. So that could
Yeah.
be what Clayton is. Not to, he didn't say that to the dad. He said that to the cameras. But
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of like a good point from the dad, where it's like, well, can you actually tell me anything about her?
Oh, I
Like,
agree. I thought it was a great question.
yeah, like I know my daughter, but do you?
Right.
Like,
Like prove
yeah,
it to
I
me.
good on that dad. I feel like that's how any like parent meeting a significant
Like
other,
that would go.
yeah, like
Yeah.
any kind of like protective meeting of like a protective parent meeting a significant other, like that's the healthy way to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you have concerns and you
Like
want to talk about it.
that's the way to have that conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And after that I was like, I am rooting for Rachel now just because I like her family and I liked when Clayton said, I wanted to come here and, so I could become a part of your family.
Mhm.
And the dad seemed to really like pick up on that when he
Mhm.
talked about like wanting to be a part of his family and stuff. So I'm like, this is like, it seems like they're connecting like work.
Yeah.
Like they seem to connect the best family wise.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
They seem to have the most meaningful conversation.
Yeah, they did, 100%. But I
Yeah.
think, like, just the integrating into the family, I feel like he would integrate into the other families better.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Like, he would fit in
Jada
better.
says, I think Clayton's gonna pick Rachel, but I really think their whole relationship is simply just attraction. They haven't really had deep conversations, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Totally. Because
Yeah.
again, she wants to be a pilot.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
it.
I don't think he's gonna pick her, though.
I really think it's Susie.
I am feeling Susie, but I think I like him most with Gabby. Like,
I
I
want
want
him to pick
Rachel to
Gabby.
win. I like him most with Gabby,
Same.
but Susie seems like the bet.
Yeah. Like editing wise, they're setting us
Yeah.
up for Susie.
Yeah,
And
that's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
even like a bait and switch. Like they're
It
like,
feels
"We
like it.
want you to like Susie."
Yeah, they haven't really done anything besides make us like Susie, and they've been showing a lot of her. Like, even just, like, on the side when she's not in, the story, she's on the side everywhere.
Totally. The previews, Bean says the previews keep saying that this is the most dramatic ending ever. So do you think he ends up alone? I could see that. I could see all these women being like, fuck you. You had sex with all of us. You told us you loved all of us. What's your deal? Like, I could
Yeah,
I could see this going fucking down.
I could see I don't know, I think one woman will leave. I could see one woman leaving, and so he doesn't get to pick his final 2, and
Or
that
will
would be
he end up
dramatic.
picking his second after picking his one?
Like, picking his second choice.
Oh, like yeah, or like someone leaves voluntarily.
Yeah, or, like, someone maybe he proposes to someone and they say no,
Oh, I
and
could
then he
see
picks
it.
the other one.
He'll end up picking his nose. Very funny. Yeah, but I feel like we're definitely being set up to be like team Susie no matter what happens here. So I think Susie's gonna be the one who gets hurt the most in this drama.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah. because they keep showing us too where she's like, I love you, and he's like, I love you, and then he's like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah, yeah.
So it seems like they have like kind of a breakthrough moment in their relationship, and then like this whole who he fucked everybody thing happens.
Mhm, mhm.
So yeah, we're in for some big drama, so strap in. Someone said earlier that the Women Tell All looks like it's going to be fierce, and I am here for it.
Yes, I am too. I think this one is actually gonna be pretty good.
We always skip these. We will
Yeah,
not be skipping this one.
yeah,
No, we're thrilled.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't see why Fantasy Suites is the biggest problem. It's pretty normal for the show. My
Mhm.
biggest issue would be him saying he's in love with all of them, which is impossible.
Same, same, Jada. That is what I would be hung up on too. If I was on the show, I wouldn't like. I know the show. I know you have fantasy suites with everyone, and if we did it, I'm going to assume you did it with everyone else too.
Yeah,
But
I
if
mean,
you told me you love me, I'm not assuming you're telling other people you love them. Like I wouldn't expect you to tell me you love. I would be like fearful of that. If you said you love me and we're not like at final rose, I would be like,
you're picking me.
right. I mean, you must be, but now I don't trust you because are you telling other people you love them? Like this is weird. You don't say this
Exactly.
at this point in the show.
Like I think that there are like I think people can love multiple people. I believe people there's like polyamorous people and shit, and
Yeah.
like I believe you can love more than one person,
Yeah.
but I don't think that these squares on The Bachelor are capable of that.
No, not this kind. No, I don't. This is like quick, like head over heels in love, and I don't think that you can do that with multiple people.
Exactly.
You
Like
can't.
this is so
Yeah,
like
at the same
fleeting and like
time.
lusty and
Yeah, all at the same time.
yeah,
Like, maybe at different times. Yeah.
work. Yeah. Um but The Bachelor is always so like weird to ever say like I love you. Like
And
it's
that's what
always
I'm
the
saying. That's why I
contestants
wouldn't
will
trust
say
it.
it, but the Bachelor Bachelorette never says it.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why
I
I
guess
wouldn't trust it.
Ben Higgins said it, but work diva.
Work.
Um yeah, but for him to say it to everybody, it seems
Yeah.
like that's a lot. I guess I have always assumed that Fantasy Suites was sex, but now it's seeming like it probably isn't. It's just a sleepover.
I think it usually probably is. Maybe not for everyone, but for the majority, it probably is. But you just don't tell people. You don't talk about it with the other people. And it sounds like he chose to talk about it with the other people.
Yeah, like it seems like they're being sloppy, and I'm curious if it's going to be the women talking to each other or if it's going to be Clayton saying it.
I don't think the women don't interact anymore.
No, they do. They do that thing in Fantasy Suites while they make all the women like sit together. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. But I don't
they
think
always do
they're
that with
gonna have
Fantasy
that
Suites.
conversation like that. Like they're not that. These women aren't mean. Like,
No.
these aren't the catty ones. I don't think they're gonna sit there and be like, "I had sex with Clayton, have fun on your date." Like,
Yeah.
that's not happening here.
No.
So
No.
I think Clayton is
Gonna
prob
bring it
one
up.
of the women probably asked him a question, and Clayton likes to be honest, and so he'll probably be honest and
Yeah,
be a little bit too blunt about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do our superlatives.
Yes.
So love connection. For me, the top love connection tonight was Rachel. He seemed to be really into Rachel tonight.
Yeah. I see,
Yeah.
I think you're gonna be surprised with my love connection because I think it is Susie. I think that the conversation that he had with her mom was the most genuine conversation.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
So I think that he wanted to say that he is falling. I mean, he did essentially say that he was falling for her, but couldn't say it yet, and that's
Yeah.
the only one that he said that about.
Mhm.
So I'm feeling her a little bit for the love
Yeah.
connection,
Yeah,
not
no, I
necessarily on a
agree.
date, but just by that conversation.
I'm gonna pop over to Team Susie still. I think
Okay.
it's yeah. Susie's our love connection. The and hot mess of the episode for me, it was that Love Actually dad in the car moment. Like,
Yep,
what was
same. There
that?
is no. It was fucking weird. It was so uncomfortable.
And it
I
was
thought
so
my
long.
TV sound broke for a moment. Like it was weird. And I loved the "Hey Gabby girl." it's me. And the next card just said, Dad. Like she wouldn't know.
She's like, who is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Hello? Who's over there?
This is a private party.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Or no, Hot Mess is the swamp.
The swamp too. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
That's
And I
funner.
guess sex happens in fantasy suites about 76.4% of the time. Very to the T.
Interesting. I thought it'd be more like 69%.
I thought I was the comedian.
Gotcha.
That's a zing right there.
Zing.
Anyway, y'all, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to us here at Couch Potato Queens on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Couch Potato Queens, and you can find us on Twitter at Couch Potato Queens, spelled QWNZ. You can find me on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg and on Twitter at alexknowsitall_.
And you can find me on Instagram at ken.joy.yw and Twitter at ken_joy_YW.
Y'all, strap in. It's going to be Fantasy Suites next week. Or is
Women
next
tell
week
all
women?
first.
It's going to be Women Tell All next week.
I think.
Either way, it's going to be big drama next week.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. We'll be queer. We'll be talking about it.
Back on Tuesday.
Back on Tuesdays next week.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.